last night. He's had a couple moments like that in his career, but there is no one with Jerry West on their chest that is more clutch and has more clutch basket than you. We all know what Dame time means. We all know what Dame time means. So I have a two-part question. Number one, what does it feel like when you have the ball in your hands in those moments, and how did that create a partnership with Tissot?
I mean, in those moments, I always tell people I don't really have any feelings. You know, I'm going into those situations prepared to succeed. You know, I always expect the shot to go in. I always expect to come through for my team. And I also know that I'm not just doing it on, you know, any false level of confidence. I really train myself for it, you know, in the summer, even throughout the season, you know, in our off days, the days that, you know, I go home after practice, I still go back to the gym. And even if it's just light stuff to keep my game sharp in the middle of the season, if I'm making some fadeaways, some step backs, some deep threes, 50 to 100 free throws, ball handling, just things to keep my game sharp. I think I've figured out how to keep myself sharp and prepare myself to succeed in those situations. And when I don't succeed, like our last game against Boston, we was down 1. I miss a step back jumper. Jason Tatum hit a 3. We go down 4 with no timeouts. And, you know, it just didn't work out. But it happens that way. But when I'm in those moments, I'm prepared to succeed. And I think that's why more times than not, I come out on top. And you know, it's the tap in the wrist. You know, the whole Dame time thing is what brought the partnership with Tissot. And they've done a great job in, you know, honoring sport and playing a major role in basketball and the commitment to basketball. So the fact that it's stylish, it's an affordable watch, and a lot of my partnerships, you know, it has to be in line with who I am and the things that I value. And it's the reason why my shoe with Adidas is at a certain price point. And, you know, this being an affordable watch, a stylish watch, and something that, you know, I would genuinely wear, you know, something that I would wear with, you know, my outfits and, you know, wear casually. It made perfect sense. And, you know, it was time. You know, the fact that I've been tapping my wrist for 7 years when I hit a big shot, and people have been asking me about when you gonna do a watch deal and stuff like that. You know, we just had to find the right partner, and we had to bring it to life. So I'm excited to bring it to life.
Dame, you've been a terror, like Biggie said, since the public school era. But when people start talking about the MVP candidacy, I have to stand on top of the table and interject your name. Why do you feel you're overlooked constantly in that conversation?
Honestly, man, I think because it just doesn't, I don't think it really fits. You know what I'm saying? I don't play in a big market, and I know everybody says that, but I think that's part of it. I don't play in a big market. I'm not a loud person. You know, I don't go out there and I don't celebrate after everything that I do. You know, I don't make crazy statements. And people get bored with consistency. You know, I think every year is like, if you look at my career, every year I find something to get better at. I find a way to make my team win, and I don't make a big uproar about it. You know, I don't do nothing crazy to draw attention to myself. I just get the job done. And I think this year with so many injuries and people missing games, and when you consider the circumstances of each guy in the race, what each guy's team has had to deal with, I feel like I'm right there at the top. You know, I feel like I'm really in the mix for it. And when you consider how people are defended, you know, I watch a lot of NBA games. I watch a lot of NBA games, and I just feel like the people who would, you know, have a vote for MVP or talk about who's MVP and who's not, you know, I don't feel like everybody really watched these games, because if they did, they would see how I'm being face guarded full court and double teamed near half court and trapped and things like that, to where some games I can't even get shot attempts up. You know what I'm saying? So it's looking like, oh, he had 15 points or 14 points, but I was 4 for 10 because I literally can't find a look at the rim. So I think when you consider all those things, you know, what does the MVP look like? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you making the case off of? Because a lot of people, like I said, are just not being defended the way I'm being defended. Mm-hmm. And I think I've I have a stronger case this year than I ever have, and I think I'm deserving of it. You know, that's just the truth.
Facts. And the injuries that your team has dealt with and where you are has truly been remarkable. And you've really put this team on your back and carried them through those injuries. It's so good to see you guys close to being fully healthy. So
Yeah.
I always listen to the OGs, and Dr. J, Julius Erving, came out and said that the Nets are trying to buy a championship.